Okay, good morning students. Today we are going to study about yesterday we have studied the introduction and levels of channel management. Today we are going to study about the channel management, that how we are going to manage the distribution channel, management of distribution channel. Today we have to study the topic that is known as management of distribution channel. Okay, so this management of distribution channel, as we have read that there are various levels, there are around 3 levels of distribution channel, and these 3 levels of how we are going to manage, how we are going to do the management of these distribution channels. There are, with the help of 6 steps, we are going to deal the management of distribution channel. Okay, the very first step, these 6 steps are selection, motivation, training, cooperation, evaluation, and conflict management. Okay, the very first is known as selection. The very first is known as what? Selection. It includes the selection of distribution channel or intermediaries by the manufacturers. It is based on common selection criteria like market, product and customer knowledge, market coverage, quantity, size, quantity and size of the sales force, reputation among customers, financial standings, managerial competencies, and degree of enthusiasm for handling manufacturers' product liners. The select criteria of overseas distribution and market are market knowledge for the overseas, means for foreign markets, or market knowledge, enthusiasm for carrying the product, customer knowledge, and fact that the distribution does not carry competing products. Okay, so this is what in the very first step we have to select the channel, that what kind of channel we are going to select, what level of channel. As we know that there are, yesterday we have studied with the help of this diagram the levels: 0 level, 1 level, 2nd level and 3rd level, where there are various distributors, where there are various intermediaries. Okay, various intermediaries. So which kind of channel we are going to select, it depends only upon the competitors, it depends upon only the selection criteria, that is market, product and customer knowledge, about market coverage, quantity, what kind of quantity of the products which we are going to provide to the customers. All these things would be added here. So the very first criteria is what? The selection. The other one is what? The motivation. When in the channel management part, when we are going to select the distribution channel, then in the next step what we are going to do, we are going to motivate. Okay, motivation is a very important part. We are going to motivate the intermediaries, we are going to motivate the wholesalers, the retailers, the sole agents, so that they are capable enough, they do have a sound satisfaction with the products, with the company, with the brand which they are selling in the market. So motivation, with the help of this, manufacturers understand the needs and problems of distribution. Okay, motivation includes what are those things which is being included in the motivation. Okay, so in the motivation part, what we are going to do, so we are going to first motivate with the help of financial rewards. It means that the retailers, the wholesalers who are doing good, who are selling more and more products in the market, we have to provide them with the help of financial rewards. We have to give them the financial rewards. The other is what? Territorial exclusivity. We have to provide the territorial exclusivity, means the territory, we have to give them the territory, that bigger territories would be provided to the wholesalers. After that we will provide the resource support, that what kind of resources which are being supported by the wholesalers, by the retailers, like advertisement boards, like sales promotion activities, like salespersons who are going to promote the products, who are going to talk technically to the customers. All these things are being provided by them, as well as developing strong market relation. With the help of public relationship officer, the company is going to provide them what? PRO, public relationship officer, with the help of which they are going to provide good relationships with the customers, how they are going to maintain good relationship, how they are going to make the CRM, customer relationship management. All those things will be provided in the form of motivation from the manufacturers to their intermediaries. Okay, the third important is what? The third important task is training. Now after that, they provide technical and managerial as well as manufacturing training to to these intermediaries about the products and services, because until and unless they can't get the proper training, how could they sell the products to the customers? How could they tell the benefits, the attributes, the about the products and services which they are going to sell? So training is a very appropriate methodology. Fourth is what? Cooperation, where the manufacturers have minimal control over the wholesalers, agents, retailers. So to get their work done smoothly, they maintain a good cooperation among them. The cooperation among the intermediaries can be done by manufacturers. So manufacturer have minimum control. How could the manufacturer do have a strong sound control over these intermediaries? They neither do have that, because how many number of retailers are there, and if the manufacturing unit are going to tell something to their retailers or the wholesalers, they are not going to listen. Mostly the ideas or the concepts or the information which are being provided by them. So how they are going to cooperate? So cooperation is a very strong point, and individually they does the cooperation part, where the manufacturers cooperation among manufacturer and retailers. Manufacturers provide the retailers facilities other than product and promotional activities. For example, car manufacturers provide repair facilities to its retail units. Exactly, most of the time if we talk about this, how the cooperation is being made, strong cooperation is being made between the manufacturer and the retailers, where they provide a sound, where they provide what? A very sound relationship. The cooperation is made while they provide, for example, any car selling, any car manufacturing company, they provide what? They provide the repair facilities to the wholesalers, to their retailers, so that they can cooperate with them. Next, manufacturer and wholesalers. Manufacturer grant, how the cooperation is being made between manufacturers and wholesalers. Manufacturer grant wholesalers the right to produce and sell their products within a different defined geographical areas. Within a very defined geographical areas, they are going to provide the manufacturers that the geographical areas of every retailer is being defined. Say 5 kilometers, around a radius of 5 kilometers or 10 kilometers, they have to sell the products. They don't have to move outside this radius. So this is being defined by the manufacturer to the wholesaler. So the example is what? Coke and Pepsi grant wholesalers the right to produce and bottle their concentrate and distribute it to a geographical area. Exactly, PepsiCo, it means that their geographical areas are being divided, and that particular area only they have to do that. So while implementing those types of plans, geographic bindings, they can just limit, they just coordinate with the intermediaries. The third is what? Wholesalers and retailers. Manufacturers allows wholesalers to secure distribution of their products to consumers through retailers. Exactly, most of the time the manufacturers talk only to the wholesalers, and from the wholesalers they try to get the security so that their retailers would be secured while getting the products and services. The fourth is retailer and retailer. The successful retailing operation seeks to expand geographically by means of franchise operations. Exactly, this retailer and retailer cooperation is only being done with the help of franchisee. Today most of the thing are being done with the help of franchisee, where there are two parties. One is the franchisor and other one is the franchisee. The franchisor is the developer of the concept and ideas, and the franchisee is that who purchases that concept and ideas, and in lieu of they just give some commissions to their franchisors. That is, examples are McDonald's restaurant. Okay, now so these are what? These are the different cooperation strategies which is being made. The fifth very important channel management part is what? Evaluation. Evaluation is also a very important part, where the company should have to evaluate at regular intervals of time that how the retailers and wholesalers are doing in the market. If the retailers and wholesalers are not doing well, it means that the products are not being sold out. So they have to evaluate them and change them or they have to provide some kind of technical assistance or some kind of assistance on the basis of which they will do the work activities further. So in the evaluation part, what is it provides information necessary to decide which channel members to retain and which to drop. हाँ, किनको रखना है और किनको ड्रॉप कर देना है. इवेल्युएशन में भी लिमिटेड वेयर पावर लाइज विद द चैनल मेंबर्स ब्रांड इज वीक. ओके, ब्रांड वीक रहता है तो वहां पर पावर का इवेल्युएशन वीक हो जाता है. एंड इवेल्युएशन में भी हाई व्हेन द मैन्युफैक्चरिंग व्हेन द मैन्युफैक्चरर इज हैविंग स्ट्रॉन्ग ब्रांड एंड हैव मेनी डिस्ट्रीब्यूटर्स टू चूज. बहुत सारा डिस्ट्रीब्यूटर रहता है तो वहां पर स्ट्रॉन्ग वहां पर उसको चुनने में आसानी हो जाता है ना. ठीक है, उसके बाद इवेल्युएशन क्राइटेरिया इंक्लूड सेल्स वॉल्यूम एंड वैल्यू, profitability, level of stocks, quantity and position of display, new account opened, selling and manufacturing capabilities, quality of service provided to the customers, market information collected, feedback provided, ability and willingness to keep commitments, attitude and personal compatibility. So these are what? These are the different types of evaluation on the basis of which we are going to supervise and manufacturing unit are going to supervise and monitor them. Okay, so this is what the evaluation, and at last, after evaluating, the last activity which is being performed by them are known as conflict management. In the conflict management part, if this conflict management part is one of the important management part where they are going to look upon the conflicts, that whatever the conflicts which is being incurred with them, they are going to solve those conflicts. A conflict in distribution channel occurs or arises when one member of the distribution channel perceives that some other member is preventing it from achieving its goals. Exactly, जब एक मेंबर को लगता है कि दूसरा मेंबर जो है, दूसरा इंटरमीडियरी जो है, उसके गोल को अचीव करने में बाधा बन रहा है, बैरियर बन रहा है, तो दोनों के बीच में झगड़ा हो जाता है, कॉन्फ्लिक्ट हो जाता है. सो वी आर गोइंग टू सॉल्व दिस कॉन्फ्लिक्ट, दैट इज नोन एज कॉन्फ्लिक्ट मैनेजमेंट. सो इन द कॉन्फ्लिक्ट मैनेजमेंट वी हैव टू फर्स्ट नो दैट हाउ what is the nature और cause of conflict. झगड़ा का नेचर क्या है या उसका उत्पन्न होने का कॉज क्या है, पहला हम लोग ये जानेंगे. तो सबसे पहला, गोल incompatibility. The first point is what? Goal incompatibility means goal में differences. Manufacturers perceives his goals to be marketer share and profit maximization in the long run. Wholesalers, ये मैन्युफैक्चरर का कि लंबे समय तक उसको बेचते रहना है, ठीक है, अच्छे से, और खूब मुनाफा कमाना, ये गोल होता है. होलसेलर परसीव्स देयर गोल टू बी सेल्स मैक्सिमाइजेशन एंड देयर बाय प्रॉफिट मैक्सिमाइजेशन, एंड इट वर्क्स ऑन हायर मार्जिन्स एंड ऑन शॉर्ट टर्म प्रॉफिटेबिलिटी. एग्जैक्टली, होलसेलर का काम क्या रहता है कि ज्यादा से ज्यादा मैक्सिमाइजेशन ऑफ द प्रॉफिट करना, और उस मैक्सिमाइजेशन ऑफ द प्रॉफिट में वो हायर मार्जिन रखता है जो शॉर्ट टर्म प्रॉफिटेबिलिटी को वो होलसेलर देखता है. दिस मेक्स द मैन्युफैक्चरर एक्यूज द होलसेलर ऑफ बीइंग फेयर विथ पार्टनर्स. होलसेलर्स ऑकर एक्यूज द मैन्युफैक्चरर्स ऑफ स्क्वीजिंग हिज मार्जिन्स. एग्जैक्टली, अब यहां पर क्या हो जाता है, गोल का इंडिफरेंस हो गया. कंपनी का मैन्युफैक्चरर का गोल क्या हो गया? द गोल ऑफ अ मैन्युफैक्चरर इज व्हाट? जस्ट टू सेल द प्रोडक्ट्स टू a long run and maximum profit would be earned to a long run, okay, and move to various markets. That was the goal of the manufacturer, and the goal of a wholesaler is what? Just to earn higher margins, higher profit, and from the customers they look for a short term profitability. So when these two conflicts come, then there is a conflict which arises between the manufacturer and the wholesaler. Okay, now the other one is what? Difficulties in desired product lines. Exactly, desired product lines is what? Selling, reseller adding different product lines may be regarded as disloyal by their original suppliers. Competitors product is being added by the sellers. This is what differences in desired product lines. It means that whatever the product line which is being provided by the manufacturer, if the wholesaler is not going to provide properly all the product lines to their retailers, then the retailer loyalty is being despoiled in the entire market, and this will make their market conditions, their market name, their market goodwill bad. So this will also generate a kind of conflict between the retailers and the wholesalers. So the third kind of conflict which arises due to role ambiguity, मतलब रोल में डाउटनेस हो जाना. ठीक है, इफ द कंपनी सेल्स फोर्स लाइक मोबाइल वैन बाईपास large wholesalers in the same territory of same brand, है ना. If suppose for example there are sales persons also, and if the sales persons are selling the products nearby the retailers or the wholesalers, then obviously there should be a conflict between the company sales personnel and the wholesalers or the retailers. That why your company personnel are coming and selling the products nearby our locality, so which will make our products, the customers are not moving to our retail outlets in this respect. So this also occurs a kind of conflict which is known as role ambiguity. उसके बाद fourth type of conflict is what? Inadequacy in the performance of channel members and manufacturers. Inadequacy मतलब they are inadequate in the performance of channel members. Channel members underperform in terms of sales, levels of inventory carried, customer services. Manufacturer may give poor delivery, poor quality goods and incomplete shipments. These also just become a kind of conflict among all the intermediaries. If the shipment is bad, if the quality is bad, if the delivery is poor, then also there should be a conflict between the intermediaries. So these are what? These are the four basic causes or the nature of conflict management. Okay, now we will learn about the types of conflict, that how many types of conflict are there. The first type of conflict is what? Vertical level conflict. The first type of conflict is known as what? Vertical level conflict. It occurs when the channel members at one level is in conflict with another member at the next higher or lower level. Okay, ऊपर से नीचे में मतलब manufacturer, if the manufacturer is having a conflict with the wholesaler, or the wholesaler is having a conflict with the retailer, or the retailer is having a conflict with the manufacturer, this is known as what? Vertical level conflict. Okay, the next type of conflict is what? Horizontal level conflict. Conflict at the same level between channel members. If the same levels means if there are 2 or 3 retailers at a particular area, okay, and if the conflict arises, if some retailers charge the lessen the price or of the product, of the same product, lower down the price of the same product, and the other retailer does not, other retailers are not in the mood of decreasing the price of the same product, then at that time there should be a conflict which arises among the retailers or retailers. That is known as what? Horizontal level conflict. The third type of conflict is multi-channel conflict. Multi-channel level conflict. Sometimes middlemen come in conflict with the manufacturers using both direct and indirect means of distribution. दोनों direct और indirect means of distribution से वो conflict कर जाता है. For example के तौर पर, if a firm is having its own direct retail outlets and also supplies its products through indirect channels like wholesalers, retailers, and if the price of the product is less in the direct retail units, then there is a conflict between the two. सही बात है. अगर फर्म का अपना फैक्ट्री आउटलेट हो, जैसा फैक्ट्री आउटलेट अपना निकाल करके अपना प्रोडक्ट खुद बेच रहा हो और उसके बाद मार्केट में भी होलसेल और रिटेल करा रहा हो और वो मैन्युफैक्चरर अपने आउटलेट में कम प्राइस में बेचे, तो उसमें क्या हो जाता है? उस समय भी झगड़ा, कंफ्लिक्ट होने का बहुत सारा अंदेशा हो जाता है. ओके, सो दीज आर द डिफरेंट टाइप्स ऑफ कंफ्लिक्ट. नाउ वी आर गोइंग टू अंडरस्टैंड about, now we are going to study about the managing the conflict, how we are going to manage the conflict. So the conflict are being managed with the help of 5 steps. The first is what? Communication. As we know that communication is the lifeblood of any organization. If we just make a proper communication, a sound communication and adequate communication among all the members of the distribution channel, then there should be a chance that we are easily going to manage the conflict. The other one is what? Dealer council. Formation of a dealer council. It means that dealer council is what? The formation of a union organization. These retailers, these manufacturing, these distribution channels do have their own council, and their council work is what? To just solve the conflicts among the distribution channels. So dealer council, formation of a dealer council is also a very important step related to this. Okay, now the third is developing a partnership approach. Manufacturers can provide training, financial helps and promotional supports. It means that various types of supports are being provided by these manufacturers to their retailers and wholesalers. On that respect, they believe themselves as the partners of the manufacturing units, and on that case the conflict would be minimized. Okay, the fourth one is what? Market partitioning, market partitioning, where we are going to categorize, where we are going to partition the market among the different retailers and the wholesalers on the basis of mutual concern, so that one does not enter the other's market arena. This will also generate a kind of how to minimize the conflicts. And the last is arbitration or mediation. Arbitration means what? If there is a conflict between the two, then arbitrator means what? The middleman, one who comes in between the two persons who are conflicting and try to solve the problems. And those arbiters are the advocates, legal persons, though they are the courts which comes in between them and try to solve the problems. For example, after the death of Dhirubhai Ambani, the two brothers Mukesh Ambani and Anil Ambani, they fought. Why? Just only due to the distribution of their properties among themselves. So if they haven't solved the problem, both of them have become so greedy that they are not capable to solve the problem by themselves. Okay, and their mother Kokila Ben, she is also incapable to solve that dispute among the two brothers. So at that time, court should have to intervene in between the two brothers, and accordingly, on the basis of mutual concern, the court just take a decision and distribute the property among the two brothers, and the problem is being solved. That is known as what? The method of arbitration or mediation. Okay, so students, today we have studied about the entire distribution channel management part. Okay, thank you to all of you.